All right, we are here live at the HPA Tech Retreat here in California. Want to welcome our guests. We have Chris and Igor with ICVR, and I got a shirt. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I enjoyed the shirt too.
It's a good-looking shirt.
And then we have Mike Seymour live from Sydney with FXGuide. Hi, Mike.
Hey, man. How are you? And hi, Chris. Hi, how are you? You guys good? How's the show going for you?
Yeah, fun so far. A lot of interesting stuff. We also announced one of our tools and have a innovation. We have a booth in our innovation where we're presenting another of our products as well.
So I'm really keen to talk to you guys about this because I'm personally extremely interested. Well, I guess I've no longer talked so much about VR or whatever. I tend to talk about just experiential aspects of what you're doing. And you guys are really leading the way in terms of thinking about some of the workflows for those experiential sort of entertainment type things, but embracing like a quite wide variety of technology. Maybe Chris, you can just give us like some background on like how the company got started.
Yeah, Igor and I met at our previous company, which was a game publisher. So we come from a game design and publishing background. And when we started ICVR, it was based around those elements. But primarily it's working with game engines, which is the same tool that was adapted by the virtual production community in order to run content on stage, using Unreal Engine to operate and display things for film shoots. So that's where we made our entry, both on the VAD side, creating these art assets, and also on the engineering side, creating tools and pipelines and processes for virtual production.
Are you guys, though, sort of engine agnostic? Because I understood that you're doing Unreal and Unity, is that right?
Yeah, correct. We have our team is about 90 people, and we just split about 40 people in the art department, and the rest is engineers. And our engineering team is also like separated in two. We have a larger portion of our team is Unity based, and we have an Unreal team as well, which primary focuses today on virtual production or tooling for game developers and animation houses.
And hoping to do some exciting stuff for virtual production in Unity soon that we'll be able to share with you guys in the future.
Very cool.
So what is your primary client base? Like who's coming to you? Like who is your sort of, who are you speaking to directly?
We have two main divisions, which is like one, it's gaming. We have three currently like developed mobile game titles. Another one which is like going to be released. We have one internal title which is already released and available on Google Play and Apple Store. And for our second vertical, which is film and TV, we're primarily working with movie studios, animation houses to help them with engineering and art creation. So throughout from Previs to final visual effects and CG.
And you also worked on the Fathead project.
Yeah, absolutely. Our team was supporting with the from engineering standpoint. We helped with like deploying Perforce, and also our team helped with some of the 3D assets for the final view.
Yeah, I don't know how many things could ever get done with that Perforce. So asking, you mentioned earlier that you had some new tools and stuff that you were showing there at HPA. Could you tell us what they are?
Yeah, absolutely. Chris, maybe I think.
Yeah, the tool that we shared at HPA is built around asset review within Unreal Engine, but handling that through pixel streaming. So traditionally, the workflow for that would be, you'd have to download the entire project, locate these assets in the project, and do your review there. And for a team like ours, when we're often working concurrently with, 5+ Unreal Engine projects, that represents gigabytes of data that you'll have to download. So being able to do that through a web browser, having your assets or your shaders pre-compiled and basically doing it at a click of a button is able to save a pretty incredible amount of time for your art team.
Yeah, I've got to say that is a process. The IP of successfully running a project and being able to manage that stuff and have that work is something that's way underrated. Most people focus on the new things, and obviously your thing is new, but it's like these are the things that if you're actually in production make all the difference in the world, isn't it?
Yeah, at the end of the day, production is all based around a tight time schedule. So anytime you're able to find a way to speed things up, then that allows more time for creatives to actually tell the story that they want to tell, and you're not worried about getting down in the weeds with processes too much.
So you said you've got some more virtual production stuff coming up, but you also alluded to the fact that there's the other side of the business, right? The stuff that does XR. Just quickly, do you want to give us a rundown on the XR stuff that you do?
Absolutely. We have multiple projects which are already been released in AR side. We worked with toy manufacturers to helping them merge realities, I would say, and we also have another game which is currently in production to be released in mid-2023.
We do have a video, Mike, so we could cue that up.
Yeah, let's have a look at that. That'd be great.
So
I might get one of you to just talk us through that.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Sure. So this video shows some of the Unreal Engine content that we've created for LED Wall. And this content is being demoed at HPA on the RE stage. So this is all real time, built in a game engine, and optimized to be used for virtual production. And right now you're seeing kind of a walkthrough of this environment, this approach up this kind of apocalyptic path to this shelter that's been created around this plane. And that's where we place our stage, and that's our viewpoint that you can see on the LED wall. And right now, this is our daytime environment that we have a look at, but we've also built a couple lighting schemes for this to be able to show off different looks on the LED wall.
Right, and as you say, this integrates with one of the three volumes that's actually set up at actually at the show right now, and that people can actually come and have a look at and presumably play with in real time.
Yeah, correct. It's being demoed on the RE stage. And we have a great partnership with them. We love to use their cameras for our virtual production shoots. And they've paired this environment with some of their sky panels too, to give real-time dynamic lighting on the set based on what you see in the scene as you move through it.
We have another clip.
And this clip is kind of a little peek behind the curtain for the creation of this scene, and how our artist kind of starts with a rough block out of this environment and then slowly adds pieces of detail to this as they build this environment out. So you can kind of see what that process was like for them.
And what's interesting with this scene, we also used a lot of photogrammetry assets and kind of realistic textures, which we like scanned through photogrammetry and then cleaned up and then brought in in the environment. And while the tool which was announced for the pixel streaming review, it kind of was almost a beta tested on the creation of this environment as well.
So we were discussing UE4 there, and obviously UE5 has just gone into early release. Given that you have to be able to produce imagery that is sustainable in the engine in real time, you must be hard at work trying to work out the best way to optimize your stuff for UE5.
Yeah, and fortunately UE5 comes with a lot of new tools there that make that a lot easier. One of the most demanding things for creating these environments is being able to have that real-time lighting. Of course, you can bake in your lighting, but then you lose out on a lot of the freedom and the advantages that you get from virtual production, which is being able to change things on the fly. So with UE5's Lumen tool, it allows you to do that on a much larger scale and make it easier on the artists when they are creating these environments and optimizing.
I know we're running out of time, but I'm really curious, how much is your team itself distributed? How much do you use your own tools with your own team? And is that, in fact, where the insights come from to be able to develop the stuff that you're doing?
It is. It is, yeah. We like to say that our tools are kind of born out of pain. So we build our tools for ourselves primarily. It's to solve problems that we are able to recognize in the development and art and engineering process. And then from there, it's something that we want to be able to share with other teams around the world.
Well, thank you so much for sharing with us. We're out of time, but brilliant stuff. I only wish I was there to play with the stage myself. An ARRI stage sounds like a fun stage to hang out on any time, day or night. Thanks so much, guys.
Anytime you're in LA, you can come play with the other stage. Yeah.
I'm going to take you up on that.
Yeah, thanks a lot, everybody. It's really special to see the team here and to meet you in LA. And congratulations on the launches today for the new product.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.